first maintenance on the L2501 Kubota 50 hours. First thing you're going to need to do is pop the hood, and hopefully you know this already, but the release is going to be down here somewhere. And up it comes. And come over to the right side facing forward, left side facing the tractor. We're going to remove this plastic shield so we can see everything a little bit better. It takes a number 12 millimeter socket. You can see the bolts here. Another one up on the side, cover off the plastic cover. You can see here's your oil intake. It's a rubber gasket that gets pushed in. We don't need that really off yet. Here's our dipstick down here. You can see, pretty gross, black. Drain plugs for the oil are down here, 2 of them. I think they're probably about 19. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I already loosened them up a little bit. Yeah. Make sure my tabs. I think it holds 6 quarts. So I'm just using my car oil catch. Go. See, I should have taken the rubber stopper out. Top. Pull that out and get some air going in there. There we go. Sorry about that camera work. Let's get the other one draining. Last few drops are coming out of the old oil. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the oil filter. That, if you don't know, again, here's our oil intake. Got it venting. Dipstick. That's our fuel filter. Change that. I don't know if it's the next one. Check your maintenance. Right there's your oil filter. Now, I've heard they're really difficult to remove. This is my favorite tool to remove oil filters. Let's see if we can't get it off. I'm going to need 2 hands to do this, so wish me luck. Okay, they said it was hard to get off. Maybe it's a different one. Read it on the internet. Not always the most reliable thing, but the tool got it off no problem. Now you can see it comes right off. There it is. I'm going to drain that down here. You can see, got to make sure you have a catch down below. So this is the old oil filter that I just pulled off after 50 hours. The interesting thing is I ordered all the filters for the 50-hour oil change, and 2 are for the transmission and hydraulics, and 1 is for the oil, the engine oil. So you can see they're not that different in size. One's yellow, so I had to actually call and confirm which one is for the engine, and And the engine oil is oil filter, because they all say, if you notice, cartridge oil filtrage. Very useful, thanks. But it's this one here. It ends in 32430. That's for your engine oil. So we'll open this one up here in a second and put that back on. So let me pause this so I can have some hands. Okay, so there's the new one. If you don't know this, which if you ever change the oil in your car, you probably do, take a little bit of the old oil, smear it around the rubber gasket. Stuff to do one-handed. There we go. And we take it up here, screw it on. Don't force it, don't want to get it cross-threaded. And crank it down. Hand tight's all you need to do. As my dad used to say, fingertip tight. And there it is. There's the filter change. So now I'll go under here, wipe these bolts off, put those back on, and I'll be back. This is interesting. These are supposed to have a copper washer on it, like so. It'll squishes a little bit better than steel. And this is one, and the copper washer is missing. But since they paint these after they're all put together, if you look closely, this one, the copper washer is attached still, and the paint is holding along the edge. So we know which one goes where. The one without the copper washer on it, let me find it, there it is. It's going to go with the one that has the copper washer still up there. And that's fine, it doesn't matter. Because all the copper washer does is almost like a rubber gasket. Kind of helps seal everything and squish a tiny bit. The one with a copper washer on it goes over here, because you can see it came off. You can actually see the paint if you look closely. It peeled away. Tighten that up, and then I'm going to need two hands to tighten them up. So I'll talk to you later. Alright, the bolts are back in, tightened up. I've got the new oil filter on, tightened up. So now we're going to take, hold 6 quarts. I'm going to put 5.5, I'll probably just put all 6, but I might put 5.5 in. Run it and then let it sit, check the dipstick, make sure. 6 is probably when it had drained every single last drop of oil out of it. So it's always nice to put almost full in, run it, let it sit for a while, check your dipstick, top it off. That's pretty much it for the oil. Okay, changing the transmission filter cartridge. We're on the driver's side. It was a car in America. Here it is down underneath here. There's the replacement. I removed the step so I could slide the 5-gallon bucket because I'm curious to see how much oil comes draining out of this. So let's find out. Oh, filthy. The new one on. You can see some's draining out, but not a ton. Just cap it back up. And there it is. We're on the right side, facing forward, passenger side if it was a car. Here's the last of the filters for the 50. ton of oil is going to come gushing out of here. So I'm going to pause it because I don't want you to see how awful it is. Real quick, I learned you can change this without draining the entire thing. You're just having oil gushing all over the place while you do it. You can see I lost maybe a gallon down there. The whole thing needs to be probably drained and redone anyway, so it's not worth not draining the whole thing. I just didn't have the oil. For some reason I thought the oil filter would be higher than the tank, and it warned me that it wasn't, but I'm here to change the filters, so I'm going to change the filters. And now I need to add a little bit more transmission fluid in, oil, and we're good to go.